Pictures on your screen are of the Prime Minister coming back to Delhi. Do remember that even after he casts his ballot, there is a key meeting that the Prime Minister will be overseeing. It's a strategy meeting that's being held in the national capital for the BJP. Of course, they're looking at the rest of the assembly elections in 2023 as well as 24. So the Prime Minister over there arriving back in the national capital after casting his vote. Earlier this morning, of course, we did see the Prime Minister make his way to the polling booth where he votes. Thereafter, of course, also meeting his brother. Now arriving back in the national capital. Now, just to tell our viewers that the BJP is also holding a very critical meeting today. That's the meeting that's going to be held in the BJP headquarters, we are given to understand. So there, the Prime Minister with the BJP National Secretary, National President, I beg your pardon, JP Nadda, along with him. Now, this is a strategy meeting that is being held in the national capital. Piyush Mishra joins us. He has more details on this. Piyush, good afternoon. Tell us more about this particular meeting. The focus, we understand, is on the assembly elections that are to be held in 23 and thereafter, of course, the national elections of 24.
Well, absolutely. BJP is always in champion mode, and that's the message which is once again being highlighted by the top leadership Bharatiya Janata Party. Right now, as speaking, Prime Minister has arrived here at the BJP headquarters national capital to inaugurate the meeting of all office bearers of Bharatiya Janata Party from across the country. Not only the BJP chief of different states would be present in that meeting, but organizational structure leaders will also be present in that particular meeting, and this is going to be a 2-day crucial meet.
Right, Piyush,
the BJP.
Your audio connections is dipping a bit. We're going to come back to you, but Aishwarya Kapoor, our political editor, also joining us right now on this one. Aishwarya, the Prime Minister as well as JP Nadda already heading for that meeting. We are given to understand that they're looking at strategizing for the 23 state elections and, of course, thereafter the 24 general elections.
Well, absolutely. This is a complete concentration and the re-strategization of the BJP as far as 2024 general elections are concerned. And you see, just sense the way BJP works and functions. Today is the second phase of elections. Gujarat campaign at Gujarat, elections are over, and the Prime Minister is not even wasting a minute. That's how the BJP election machinery works. That's how BJP as a party works. They are on for the next election, that is the general elections. BJP is not wasting any minute, a moment, a second, because they understand that every election is a different fight and they have to win every one. And that's why you see Prime Minister, right after voting, lands in Delhi. The BJP National President is there, the complete top brass of the BJP waiting inside so that they can chalk out a future strategy for 24 general elections. They're not wasting any minute. And then the opposition, if they need to counter this machinery, this way of functioning, they would have to counter in the same way. And that's why we see that BJP, not only as a party, but is an election machinery of a point and of a level that they do not waste a second. And the man himself, Prime Minister Modi, after casting his vote, not even wasting, forget days, forget hours, not even a single minute, flies to Delhi. And in this meeting, there are 4 different reports being submitted from 4 different zones of the country to the BJP, that what are those states where BJP did good last time around in the last general elections, and what are they expecting today? So very, very clearly, BJP is now on the roadmap of 2024. And if the opposition needs to counter them in 24, they need to come on their level as far as the preparation for the elections are concerned. And it's also what we are being told that there are at least 24 schemes which were introduced in the last 12 to 14 months, of whose implementation there is going to be a parallel meeting of the government. We are being told in the next 48 hours. So the Prime Minister is also going to have a meeting with his cabinet ministers in this very regard. But at this point of time, it's the meeting of the party, BJP as an organization. You have the BJP National President, you have the Prime Minister arriving and chairing this meet, and the other top brass. Back to you in the studios.
All right, Aishwarya Kapoor reporting on that. Thank you for joining us for the moment. So as Aishwarya was pointing out, of course, the BJP already at work for the next elections, 23-24 on focus over there. Piyush Mishra reporting from the venue where this meeting is taking place. Now, Piyush, this is, of course, a 2-day meeting that sets into motion essentially what the BJP's game plan is going to be for not just the, all the states that go to polls in 23. Those, of course, include Madhya Pradesh as well as Karnataka, but also the elections that the general elections of 24. Now, give us more details into what is the process that the BJP is likely to adopt. Aishwarya was pointing out that, they do seek reports from various zones and thereafter perhaps look at those reports and formulate a policy going forward. So is that what you're hearing as well, Aishwarya? Piyush, I beg your pardon, in terms of how this is going to work?
Well, certainly, like our political editor Aishwarya Kapoor also pointed out that yes, the BJP's focus is now on 2024 Lok Sabha election, and before that, a two-day strategy meet is underway here in the national capital at BJP headquarters. I would ask my video journalist CP Singh to once show you the pictures of that particular venue where this meeting is right now underway, and if he focuses on that particular board, it's written Bharatiya Janata Party Rashtriya Padadhikari Baitak. That's the meeting of all the office bearers of national office bearers of BJP. And as we are speaking, PM has just arrived and he has gone inside in few minutes from now. We will also see the pictures of PM inaugurating this entire meet. Now, BJP is planning to chalk out a strategy not only for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections but also upcoming state assembly elections. And this meeting is taking place on the day when the second phase of voting is already underway in Gujarat. Remember that Prime Minister has already cast his vote. He, along with Home Minister Amit Shah, they have already cast their vote in Gujarat. And after casting his vote, both the leaders are flying to Delhi. In fact, PM has reached here in few minutes from now. We will also see Home Minister Amit Shah also taking part in that particular meeting. And during these two-day meeting, BJP is going to chalk out a strategy as to how to focus on the upcoming state assembly elections and also 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Earlier, we have seen how many meetings have been chaired by top leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party, where they have sought responses, sought feedbacks from the organization leaders, and after that, they are going to implement those feedbacks in this meeting, and then they will be focusing on people's outreach program. They will be focusing on the welfare schemes that have been launched by Modi-led central government. And we have seen how PM Modi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has been the poster boy of BJP, and not only in the state assembly elections of Himachal and Gujarat, there was a massive demand of Prime Minister's rally, but also during the MC elections in Delhi, the unit here, the BJP unit here in Delhi also was banking on Prime Minister's face. So it's a very important strategy meet which is taking place in national capital. There will be a press conference also after this meeting comes to an end. Then only we will be able to know more about the BJP's strategy. But yes, this meet is basically focused on the upcoming state assembly elections. There are around 9 states that are going to go in polls in before 2024 Lok Sabha elections, and strategy would be focused on those elections only.
Absolutely, Piyush. Thank you for getting those details, and do keep us ahead on the story. The PM is there in the BJP headquarters right now, where they're having a two-day national office bearers meeting, which is starting right now from today. And last time it was very, very clear when the Prime Minister had gone for the meeting at BJP headquarters before the Gujarat elections. That time the decision was taken to field key faces which are going to be the next generation of leaders in Gujarat. And right now we're getting some visuals coming as well. The Prime Minister there, who has just arrived at the BJP headquarters while the meet is happening to plan the strategy for 2023 and 2024 as well. General elections coming up very soon, and so are state elections next year. The Prime Minister there at the BJP headquarters.
All right, so the Prime Minister as well as the BJP President JP Nadda, both of them paying homage to the leaders of the BJP, the founding members. Pictures on your screen, of course, are of the Prime Minister now going across to the dais. So we are expecting, of course, BJP to formulate its strategy for the next year's assembly elections. There are a large number of states that go to poll next year, and thereafter, of course, the big one in 2024. That's the general election. And it's very interesting to note that today is the second phase of elections in Gujarat, and the Prime Minister just got back to Delhi from after having cast his vote. I beg your pardon over there. But the BJP, of course, continuing to put its election machinery essentially continuing to work, and that's something that the tenacity that they work with is obviously very difficult for the opposition to match. So.